talked about this in a previous video, but with the flaps down, the way they're shaped, and again, these are going to be sanded and cleaned up. It'll look like aluminum clad. But when you rotate these down with this flat side here, it almost looks like a Fowler flap, even though it's not actually dropping and sliding back. It has that appearance with this surface in this position. So that works out. I don't know if you agree with that or not, but because this drops into view, it gives the appearance that the flap is not just rotating down, but also extending by this amount here, by this value here, which I thought is, that's kind of a bonus. I like it. I was afraid they wouldn't look too realistic as being non-Fowler flaps the way I've done it. But when you see that kind of optical illusion of that, it looks like they are. So that's cool. Cool. It's cool. All right, so there's that. So I think now that should bring us up to speed. I'll probably think of something else here in a minute. But I think we've covered the basics. We got the shape coming in. We got the wingtips. We can see, because of the layering on the wingtips and around the bottom side here, that helps me with judging where we're at on the sanding, keeping things even and Steven. So yeah, there you go. Oh, one other thing too is when we go to install the belly pan, I thought I was going to have to raise these up by about 1/8 of an inch, but when I install the wing to the fuselage, it looks like they're in a good position. And I have a little bit of creative license as to where I want to put these. So obviously the further forward they go, the higher it's going to raise that belly pan, the hump of it, make it look taller or shorter just by where we're going with these. So I'm thinking I won't have to do anything with regard to the height of these belly pan formers. I think they're going to be okay. I mean, once we get to that point and we're looking at that, I can make that assessment at the time. But I mean, for now, just kind of mocking it up, sticking the wing into the fuselage and eyeballing it. It looks okay. It looks pretty good. We do want to get that right. That's a key aspect of the P47, and I want to make sure I have that right. Also, in some of the photographs of the cowling, the engine, looking into the engine compartment through the cowling, I can see that I'm going to have to make some adjustments to how that looks, and I've got the camera in the camera mount now, so I can't pull it out and show you what I'm talking about. But if you've seen the photograph of the front end, and you can see how I've got the divider that goes under the motor and feeds air down into the supercharger. It looks like a double line because I put a brace along the firewall to hold the shape of that curved fairing that goes right under the motor. And you can see both of those in that interior green color against the black backdrop, against the motor and against the firewall, which is painted black. So I'm gonna have to go in there and just touch that up and make it black, so it doesn't show up as looking like two dividers, two fairings, the way it looks now. I think also I'll cut a couple of profiles for the engine oil cooler unit, which fits down in that pan down there, and so there's still, like I said, there's still some work to do on the fuselage. It was not completely done. It's just get close to paint prep ready, but there's a lot of cutting yet to do on this. I've got to cut away the back end here, where this is actually part of the rudder, the lower end of the rudder. In other words, that rudder isn't just cut off here. It actually extends all the way down through the fuselage. So that'll have to be cut and shaped, and then new balsa inserted into these openings so they don't start swimming around. And I got to fix the center line canopy rail here, this bow and the canopy rail. I gotta get that finalized, ready to go. I'm going to be fabricating a gun sight for the top of the panel there. And I don't know if you can see here what I'm talking about. So here's the actual rail, but if you look down inside, I'm not even sure this is on camera, but down below in here, it looks like that needs to be painted black so it doesn't show up as well underneath in here. Oopsie. All right, so there's that. There we are. Now we're done. All right, thanks everybody. Hope you're having a great day. Glad to be working again on the P47 project for the channel. Get her done, and then I've got the I'm gonna finish the P47, and then we'll do the C47. It's going to be done up as an airliner and not as a transport cargo, but it's going to, you know, that's the next project from the P47 to C47. And after that, I think I want to work on the Corsair, the new F4U Corsair. We're going to get that going. So if you thought this wing was involved, where do we see that? Where do you see that thing? That's going to be folding wing and retractable landing gear and posable flaps and all that stuff just in the wing. Just in the wing. But that's okay. That's why I get paid the big bucks, right? Right. Okay, thanks everyone. Have a great day. Bye.